No matter what type of fitness regimen you're on, I'm pretty sure you all have your specific goals, whether it be about building more muscle, building strength, losing fat, whatever it may be, you all know what it is that you're trying to achieve. But how many of you are the type of person where you set specific goals, but you can't seem to stick to them? If that's you, then no worries. This video is for you. Stay tuned because today I'm going to be showing you how to properly set fitness goals and what are the steps that you could actually take towards adhering and sticking to them in the long term. What's up everyone, David here. Got a new video for y'all today, but before we get into it, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any new videos. Because remember, new videos on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, so don't miss out. Now, goal setting, that is something that's real major when it comes to anything that you want to do in life, all right? We can't just casually go about it not knowing what we're doing. No, you have to set specific goals so that you know what are the steps you got to take to achieve them. Once you reach that goal, all right, let's keep setting the next one and the next one and the next one. All right, never get complacent where you are, keep striving for more. Now, when it comes to fitness goals, it's a little different, because sometimes depending on what our goal is, it can be a little bit too drastic and it's hard to obtain. And depending on how far along we get, it might get a little overwhelming at times and we ultimately fall off the wagon. You know, we don't reach our goal and we just kind of, I'll worry about it next year. Speaking about next year, right about now is the time when we start saying, you know what, I'll start the diet next year. Or, you know, in 2025, that's when I'll start working out. I want to enjoy this holiday season. Holiday season is right around the corner. Many of you are going to be eating fairly unhealthy, you know, because of Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever holidays that you celebrate. Don't wait until next year to start on whatever goals it is that you have. Why not start now? All right, you got plenty of months right now that you're about to let go to waste because you want to wait until 2025 to actually go about them. No. How about we use September, October, November, and December, these 4 months for the remainder of 2024 and actually use them to reach our goals. So that way we have 4 months worth of progress already heading into 2025 instead of wasting what could have been 4 months worth of progress. And now we're starting from level 1 next year. All right. So whatever goal it is that you have, let's start planting the seeds for it. Now, we can't just be general with it, okay? We need to know exactly what it is that we're trying to achieve. And that's where SMART goals come into play. Many people, the reason why they can't adhere to their goals is because they don't know the fine details. They don't really know what it is that they want to do. They may be saying, yeah, I want to lose weight. No. It's got to be more than that. We got to get more detailed than that if you really want to be more adherent to that goal. So, SMART goals, what exactly is it? Let's break it down. SMART goal, first letter S. What does it stand for? Specific. How many times have you said that you have the goal of wanting to lose weight? Okay, that's many of you. How many of you have the goal of saying, I want to build more muscle? Okay, that's many of you. How many times have you all said, my goal is just to start working out? Okay, that's all good and well. You have the general idea, but we got to be specific with these goals. Again, you can't just casually go about it and just be so generalized. No, if your goal is to lose weight, we got to be specific with it. We can't just be saying losing weight. You got to say losing fat. Like, I want to lose 5 pounds of fat. Or if your goal is to build muscle, okay, I want to build 10 pounds of lean muscle. Okay, you see, you can't just be generalized. You got to be as specific as you can, because the more specific you are, the easier it is to determine what are the steps that you actually have to take towards reaching that goal. Even if it's something, because you're a very beginner, and you say, my goal is just to start working out. Okay, even that's not enough. No, okay, I want to start working out by hitting the gym 3 times per week for 1 hour per workout. You see, that's how specific I want you all to be with whatever goal it is that you're trying to achieve. Once you figure out what the specifics are, okay, now you can know what it is that you have to do to measure out that specific goals. And that leads us perfectly into the M in SMART. That stands for measurable. Whatever goal it is that you have, it should be measurable in some way, shape, or form. Okay, if your goal is to lose 5 pounds of fat, how are we going to measure it? Okay, we're going to use a scale. If your goal is to build 10 pounds of lean mass, okay, how are we gonna measure that? It could be from the scale, or we can measure the size of, our arms or our limbs. If you get bigger biceps, if you measure with measuring tape, is it not gonna get bigger? All right, so we're gonna use a tape measure. Keep in mind, that gets measured gets progress. How many times have you all maybe struggled a little bit financially, okay? And you didn't know where your money was going, but then you started, budgeting, you started keeping track of your finances, and all of a sudden, now you're seeing you're doing a little bit better with your money situation. Why? Because you started measuring things out. If you're just casually going about anything and kind of just freewheeling it, okay, yeah, you might see a little bit of progress, but if you truly take the time to measure out that progress, you're gonna be seeing progress a lot quicker, because now you can tell when you're meeting your goals, when you're not. Now you know when you gotta push a little bit more, when you gotta hold back, when you gotta spend a little bit more, when you gotta spend a little bit less. All of these things need to be measured out. It's like when you're making a recipe or you're cooking food. If you're baking a cake, you're not just gonna be throwing in everything. No. You measure things out so it can be done properly, and it shouldn't be any different when it comes to your fitness goals. Now, whatever the specifics are, you already established. Okay, we already know how we're gonna measure those goals. Now, it should also be taken into account on, is this goal actually achievable? And that actually goes hand in hand with also, is it realistic? Because this is the thing where everyone goes wrong with. We got our A and we got our R in SMART. A stands for, is it achievable? And it should realistically be a simple yes or no answer. Yes, hopefully, which they all should be, and no. Now, why would it ever be a no? Is it because, is it realistic or is it not? Again, the realistic is gonna be a yes or a no question. Most fitness goals, they are achievable. You wanna lose your weight? You can lose your weight. You wanna build muscle? You can lose your muscle. You wanna start hitting the gym? No one's stopping you from going to the gym. But why would it ever come down to a no and a no? And this is where I feel it is the most important part when it comes to SMART goals. The T. What does the T stand for? Time. Many of the goals that you all have and that you place on yourself are absolutely without a doubt achievable. Even if it's something huge, like wanting to lose 50 pounds of fat, that is doable. There are people that have done it. The only time it becomes unrealistic and you didn't achieve it is because you set a too unrealistic time frame to meet that goal. I've had so many clients in the past where, oh yeah, I want to lose 20 pounds because I got to fit in this dress because I'm going to a wedding in 3 weeks. Bruh, it took you how many years to gain that weight, and you really think that 3 weeks of progress is going to undo years of bad habits? No. We need to set realistic timeframes to reach these goals. If you want to lose 5 pounds of fat, you're not going to do it in 1 week. You can say, I want to make the goal of losing half a pound to 1 pound per week. Okay, so then this goal would take you right around a month and a half to 2.5 months to reach. Okay, you want to start working out 3 times per week at 1 hour a week workout. Okay, if you're someone who has never worked out a day in their life, it could be hard to all of a sudden just start working out 3 times per week. You might have to start off with the first week just working out once. You're gonna be sore from it because again, you hadn't worked out prior to that. Okay, then once your body gets used to that, all right, now you throw on the second day. Okay, you get used to it, a couple soreness now after the second day, and then eventually you'll work your way up to the point where you're consistently hitting 3 times per week. But to all of a sudden jump in from not working out at all to now doing 3 hard workouts per week, by when do you want to achieve that by? The time. It is very specific. A lot of goals are achievable, even when it comes to money or any other aspect of life. I want to buy a house by this. I want to have my own family by this. I want to be able to buy a new car by this time. Okay, all of that stuff is achievable. It's just the time frames that you're putting on it are too unrealistic. You're setting too high of a standard and too high of an expectation of yourself, but you're not giving yourself adequate amounts of time. How many times have you heard like successful entrepreneurs, successful people in general talk about people overestimate what they can do in 1 year, but they underestimate what they can do in 5? Okay, you're putting too short of a deadline to reach all these things. What is the rush? Slow and steady wins the race. So when it comes to specific goals, especially with fitness, these goals are not 90-day challenges. They're not 8-week program challenges. No, these goals are life-changing. This is a lifetime progress goal that you should be making. How many times have people, oh yeah, I lost the weight that I had set in mind. You know, I lost the 20 pounds that I said was my goal, but they did it so fast, and afterwards they kind of fall off the wagon and say, yeah, I reached my goal, I could ease off a little. No, you're going to continue to build on top of these habits, okay? All of these things should be lifetime. So give yourself an adequate amount of time to reach them. Don't be thinking in terms of weeks. Think about in terms of months, in terms of years. Stay consistent with whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, and you'll be surprised with the amount of progress that you'll make. So there you have it, everyone. We all have goals, not just fitness related, but in anything in life. But for those who do have a little bit more emphasis on the fitness, there's nothing wrong with wanting to lose weight, building muscle, building strength, eating healthier, whatever it may be. That's all good and well. It only becomes a problem when you don't actually adhere to whatever it is that you set out to achieve. It's because you're not being specific with it, all right? You're generalizing too much of what it is that you're trying to achieve, and you're not actually working backwards from there. So start off from the top. Be specific with whatever goal it is that you want. I need numbers. This should be hard data that should be recorded, okay? Afterwards, once you figure out what is that specific goal that you have in mind, okay, how are we gonna go about measuring it, okay? There could be different things. If your goal is weight loss, okay, if you're someone who's really big, maybe measuring your waist every couple of weeks, okay? If you have a shirt that fits you really tight, especially in the midsection, okay, now every week I'm gonna be trying on that shirt, and then every week it should fit a little bit looser each time. That's perfectly fine. Whatever goal it is, there should be a specific way in which you're measuring that goal on a consistent basis. Afterwards, is that goal achievable? It should be a yes. Many goals are absolutely achievable. The only thing that would be unrealistic is if saying my goal is to fly. That should just be common sense. But all other fitness goals realistically can be done. But what makes something not achievable, what makes something completely unrealistic, is the time frames that we're putting on by when we want to achieve these things by, okay? Again, don't be in such a rush. You had years of bad habits that all of a sudden now you're trying to undo. These are not things that can be done overnight. These are things, these are changes to your health, these are changes to your lifestyle. They're gonna be staying with you for the rest of your life. Again, fitness is not just a 90-day goal. It's not an 8-week challenge. No, fitness is a lifetime commitment. The more we take care of ourselves now, the higher quality of life we'll experience as we get older, all right? You don't wanna be that person that has to rely on assisted living. No. You wanna be able to be independent, be on your own, be capable, be physically active to do the things that you want to without having to rely on someone else. So whatever goal it is that you have, work at it day by day. Slow and steady wins the race. It should be as simple as that. Whatever goal it is, whether it's fitness related or not, take this approach. Lay out the SMART goals, work backwards from there, and take progress towards it each day. Hopefully this video was helpful for all of you. Comment down below if it was. Comment down below also maybe any other tips that you have that help people figure out what specific goals they want to go about, and what are some little key tips that they could do that could help them stay and adhere to those goals in the long term instead of falling off 2 weeks in or 3 weeks in. Think of it like New Year's. We all have the goal of hitting the gym, but then come February, how empty are the gyms again? No, let's not be that person. No, stick with them. Comment down below also any other video suggestions you'd like to see me do, whether it be about mindset, motivation, nutrition, diets, workouts, programs, whatever it is, comment down below. I'd be more than happy to help y'all out. Be sure to subscribe not just to my channel, but my girlfriend's channel, our couple's channel, so you miss out on any new videos. Because remember, new videos every week across the board for all 3 channels. For this channel specifically, new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So don't miss out. And then Instagram and TikTok, same thing. Be sure to follow me on my accounts, girlfriend's accounts, couple's accounts. I put all the links down in the description below. With that being said, I'll catch y'all next time.